There's rumours going round that there may be a Wicked 3. Let's find out what this is about. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters.
I crown you Queen of the Woke!
Let's chat about it. So if you haven't checked out my video from yesterday, please do make sure that you check it out after this video has finished. It's all about Wicked as well. Now please do let me know what you think. Do we need a Wicked 3? Is it something that could be seen in the foreseeable future? I've got an article here from Screen Rant that we're going to take a look at, and this is Screen Rant toying around with the idea and what we have heard. Now, the Wicked IP is humongous, it's massive, so am I surprised that they're really throwing this idea around? No, I'm not. But let's take a look at this article. Wicked 3, by the way, I can't believe that I've just said Screen Rant. I haven't done a Screen Rant article in ages. Wicked 3 just became a lot more likely after new Universal update. A third Wicked film might actually happen now after Universal's huge new update. The first Wicked movie, released in November 2024, grossed $759 million at the box office, and the sequel, Wicked for Good, has earned over $223 million. Wow. In less than a week since its theatrical release. I'm not surprised by that. I did say in yesterday's video that I'm expecting it to do well, so I'm not surprised. Universal Pictures Chief Marketing Officer Michael Moses said in an interview with Vulture that the studio is currently looking into ways to expand the Wicked franchise. That's very important to note there, the franchise, the IP. He said, because of Wicked's success, but also because of the fanship, we have almost a responsibility to figure out how we can continue in this universe. Notice the phrasing there, because of the Wicked success and also because of the fan base. The success comes first, so the money bit, and we also have a big fan base, which Wicked does actually have. So this is probably why they're toying around with the idea. As far as what the plot for a potential Wicked 3 could be, Moses admitted that this is still a giant question mark. Have we figured it out yet? No. But there are things underway, he teased. And I have reason to actually believe that. I have reasons to believe that. Once that series was complete, okay, so this is about the Wickeds and Maguire's books. Maguire decided not to leave the world over just yet. Over the past 5 years, he published an Oz set trilogy set after Wicked called Another Day, which includes the books The Brides of Maracor, The Oracle of Maracor, and The Witch of Maracor. Now, I've not read those. I've read the Wicked book, but I've not read these. Do you know what? They weren't even on my radar. I had no idea they existed. So if they do go down the route of making it into a big franchise and an even bigger IP, then I will probably read those books and see what they're about before I watch any more Wicked movies. Maguire has also explored pre-Wicked storylines as well via the prequel Elfie, A Wicked Childhood, and he just announced he's releasing another prequel called Galinda, a charmed childhood. Oh goodness me, that was a bit of a mouthful to say. In 2026, there are plenty of existing stories in Maguire's Oz universe for Universal to explore. It's unclear at this point if the studio is seriously looking at adapting another Maguire book or if they're considering a completely different idea altogether. I think this is going to obviously be based on fan reaction too. So if the fans love Wicked, the first part, and Wicked for Good, then there could be a massive demand, a bit like Hocus Pocus. Even though Hocus Pocus was a flop at the box office, the demand for it was so great that they ended up bringing it back. And Frozen. Frozen is coming back for Frozen 3 and Frozen 4. Then they may very well go down that route. But who knows, really? I don't think we'll get stories based on the two witches, though. Both Schwartz, so the creator of musical Wicked, and Holzman, Winnie Holzman, Stephen Schwartz and Winnie Holzman, the composer and the writer, were integrally involved in the Broadway musical, with the former composing and the writing the lyrics and the latter writing the script or the book. as it's known in the theatre community. The Wicked filmmakers, including Schwartz, have already made it clear that Elphaba and Glinda's story is over, so any expansion of the franchise would not likely centre around them, unless they were able to adapt one of the prequels and cast younger actors to replace Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I don't know if adapting the prequels is the best idea. Obviously, I've not read them yet, so I wouldn't know. But Maguire's not written the Glinda one as of yet, so, or at least it's not been published. So maybe leaving the prequels alone for the time being is a good idea. And also, quite often, prequels don't always work out to be surefire hits. Things that follow after tend to work out to be surefire hits. So we'll see what happens there, I guess. The two Wicked films have been extremely lucrative for Universal. That is true. I do agree with Screen Rant there. So it's not surprising that all executives would be clamoring to expand the franchise, even though there is a segment of the fan base worried that Wicked 3 could ruin what made the story special in the first place. All right, so I just so happen to agree with that. No matter what my opinions are of Wicked itself, I've not yet seen the second part, but I know what I think of the musical. Loved the first part, don't like the second part. Okay, that's the stage version. That's just me. But the thing is, the third one, yeah, it could be a really bad move. I mean, X3 was terrible. X-Men 3 was awful, So could this make or break what's happening with the franchise? It would all depend on Maguire's books and how well he's written them. And I honestly do think if they're going to go down that route and do a Wicked 3, then they will actually need Stephen Schwartz and Winnie Holzman. And the reason why they do it is because Winnie's obviously adapted the Wicked novel. And so she will be able to go through and write it in the way that sounds obviously like Maguire, but also like her and how she would write it. And then with Stephen Schwartz, I think it would make sense that he does the music because it will follow through with the patterns and themes that he has done with Wicked itself. Do we need a Wicked 3 though? My arms are up in the air about that. If the money is good enough and the fan base demands it enough, much like the fan base with Hocus Pocus and all of that, then Universal is very likely to listen, particularly because it'll be a good cash grab for them because they can sell lots of merchandise, they can get in well-known actors, they can get bums on seats. They know this will draw the bums on seats, like X-Men movies do and the Harry Potter movies do, Lord of the Rings. They were all franchises that we're going to get your bottom onto that seat, no problem. Just say Wicked, and everybody will run to the theatre. That's pretty much what it's like. And even with the weirdness surrounding the last two movies with Cynthia and Ariana, that hasn't actually scuppered anything to do with how the film has been perceived, because the fan base is just way too big and they get so excited over Wicked. So if Universal did it, I wouldn't blame them for doing it, so long as it lives up to the expectations and the visuals in particular of the first two movies. I don't see why this would be a problem. But that's what I think. Let me know what you think. Check out some of the other content I've picked out for you. Don't forget to watch yesterday's video because I think that's also important. Remember to chat about it, don't chat about it. Thank you very much for watching and I shall see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget you can join me on my other platforms as well. I've got YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, X, TikTok, Instagram, Locals, Substack, and I also have a Discord. Everything is linked below.